Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Oh, welcome to DBL, everyone. It is such a Monday, isn't it? Such a Monday.
It is, yes.
Like the biggest Monday of all time,
yes.
Mondays. It's October 25th, and I am here with my good friends Erica and Al. We've got some new details in the shooting that happened on the set of that Alec Baldwin movie. Now, police documents describe what took place during rehearsal. Baldwin was seated on a church pew, okay? He was practicing a cross draw. He reportedly pointed his gun at the camera, and that's when a live round struck the director in the shoulder and the cinematographer in the chest, killing her. Court documents also reveal that it was the assistant director who handed Baldwin the firearm, telling him out loud it was, quote, a cold gun, meaning this was not loaded, which turned out to be incorrect. All right, I do want to ask you guys about responsibility here, and I do want to give you guys a little more info just to absorb and then talk to me about it. The armorer on set was only 24 and had only been on 2 movies before. The AD, or assistant director, had had safety complaints about them on a Hulu series before, and about an hour before this all happened, many camera crew walked off the set in resignation, citing safety precautions and COVID precautions and not having been paid with hotel expenses and all of that. Knowing all of this and knowing Alec Baldwin is a producer, executive producer on this movie, who should be held liable for a criminal defense, a civil defense? What do you guys think, Erica? It's hard to go there, I know.
It is hard because, I mean, when you hear all of this background information about there being issues, like people having complaints against them, like that's the thing. When something happens in a professional environment, it's very important to document as it's happening, because it may not be the first thing that, you know, sounds the alarm. It may not be the 10th thing. But when something like this happens, it's like there have been all of these warnings, and now we're at a casualty. We're at a fatality. So I don't know who to hold specifically liable, but obviously someone needs to be accountable for this.
And you're upset. And just so you know, also, the prop men used a prop gun, or stuntman, excuse me, a week earlier, and it had shot off 2 rounds, and it was supposed to be a cold gun. So even more sort of precarious things happening on set. What do you think, Al?
Well, this is kind of, well, first of all, the good news with what you just said, Erica, is there will be a paper trail. So we will be able to retroactively go back and figure out where things went wrong and hopefully set some precedent so we don't have this. I still get emails from SAG saying, do not work this, not that I could, but don't work this movie because they're not up to code or whatever.
Union,
so there is something in place for this. In terms of whether we're talking about criminal liability or financial liability, I think probably the latter for Mr. Baldwin. But this is also what happens when we have small productions and money is an issue. And, you know, people cut corners, and it seems like they cut all of them until it was a circle, and we have a dead body and a bunch of people that are scarred for life. So it's really tragic. It
is. And I just wonder, if you are going to hold someone criminally accountable, which just means someone goes to jail, do you go after, which you would think, the producer of the show, which definitely... Are
we better if somebody goes to jail?
That's up to the family, I think.
Is that how we want to handle everything?
I think
I don't know.
Right, and that's up to the family. Right. All right, should there be even a ban on the use of real guns on film and TV sets? I want to know what you guys are thinking. So some in the industry are already going to make changes. The executive producer of ABC TV's The Rookie wrote a memo to staff on Friday saying there will be no more live weapons on set. Meantime, director of HBO's Mayor of Easttown tweeted, "There is no reason to have guns loaded with blanks or anything on set anymore. Should just be fully outlawed. There's computers now. The gunshots on Mayor of Easttown are all digital. You can probably tell, but who cares? It's an unnecessary risk." I totally agree. We can make dinosaurs in 1994 in Jurassic Park. We can make a gun sound like a gun without losing someone's life or possibly doing that, can't we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was my first thought last week.
Yeah, you said technology.
Like, why, with all of this technology in 2021, is it necessary to have a gun on set? It's very, like, everyone kept saying, like, prop gun. And what we're now learning is, like, it's not some prop gun where it's, you know, like a plastic something, like a Nerf gun or something. this is a real gun.
It's a machine that fires a projectile.
Right.
Yes.
It's a real gun.
Right.
And the idea, like anytime when you take gun safety classes, you know, there's protocols. How are you giving someone a gun that can actually go off and saying it's cold? How have you not been checking the chamber? I personally, anytime I handle a firearm, I'm always checking to make sure that there isn't a bullet in the chamber, because that's very easy. That can happen easily. I always leave my gun completely open so that it doesn't have, you know, like when it's not in use. So it's mind-boggling to me, because just having or seeing a gun anyway gives a lot of people anxiety.
Right. Even just having it.
Yeah.
And apparently, we don't know this, but it didn't seem like he fired. They said he came out of the holster and the gun discharged. So maybe there was even a problem with the gun, which makes it even worse.
But just thinking about why it's on set, I think about how many actors and actresses are sober.
Yeah.
And I've been on sets and there's no alcohol. So like I've drank television beer.
Like tea and stuff, or whiskey?
It's usually apple juice. And there's even the television drugs.
Right. The cigarettes are fake.
Everything is fake, because they know probably 40% of people on set are seriously sober for a reason.
Yes.
So it's so interesting that we managed to get apple juice and seltzer water onto set, but we still bring machines that fire projectiles.
Someone said, their kid said, it's so funny that one gun goes off and it's a tragedy, and we all really are concerned about changing, but kids in high schools have mass shootings and we talk about nothing. And we change it.
Well, they're not famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice society we have.
Interesting. All right. Back to Loughlin. How excited are we?
Speaking of famous people.
She's returning to TV. The actress will reprise her character from the Hallmark show When Calls the Heart for the second season of When Hope Calls. And we have the trailer, so let's all watch.
A lot of questions.
Being here has got me thinking of me and my sister. I don't know what would have happened without you.
Oh, Cody. Nothing has made me happier than being your mom.
You mean it?
With all my heart.
Okay. But let's be clear, this is a spin-off series that's not actually associated with Hallmark or the producers of When Calls the Heart. This will be Lori's first post-prison project since she got fired from When Calls the Heart and Fuller House for her involvement in the college admissions scandal.
Good for her. I think everybody deserves a comeback. She's what? She served her time. She paid some money. She was publicly humiliated. There's the same argument I used for Michael Vick. So I'm like, what more do we want? What more penance do we want this woman to pay?
I don't see any problem. Here's the thing. It's all fame or shame. It's all the same game, right? And the truth is, they're likely going to get a lot more interest in this project because she's in it.
True.
So really it comes down to what production wants to do, and it comes down to the bottom line.
That's money.
Erica, will we be talking about this if she wasn't in it?
No.
Right this second? Right in real time? No. Oh, how'd that work?
That's true. I won't be watching. I don't think it looks great.
You weren't going to watch it
I wasn't
anyway.
going to watch it.
Sam will.
Sam loves it.
Erica will.
Tell me if you're going to watch on YouTube, DBL, the Daily Blast Live app. Tell me if you're going to watch. Coming up on DBL, actor Cameron Mathison is here with his thoughts on the Alec Baldwin tragedy, and he has firsthand knowledge of handling guns on set. But first, gross airplane habits 30,000 feet in the air. We'll show you how disgusting some passengers can be. Coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
What's up, guys? I am not a lifetime person, but I will say this. It almost doesn't matter because Saturdays, everybody has their
so go through all.
kind of low rent, like streaming thing that they watch all the time. In terms of Saturdays. Saturdays is a different day for TV. Back in the day, it was HLN for me. I would just like watch City Confidential. Before it was cool to be murder podcast, I just kind of like Paul Warfield's voice. It was a quiet day in West Palm Beach.
This like Keith Morrison, remember?
Yeah, and so like,
he was 10,000 miles
what's your Saturday like? What do you binge?
I podcast,
but like background. It's got to be background.
So here's what I do. When I work out, I shut the sound off on my workout. By the way, I just started working out. I'm not like workout, and I listen to Dateline. Keith Morrison. It was a cloudy Tuesday in Montana.
Oh yeah.
And Kelly was all alone. I don't know why, but I need a story. It's about an hour, and it gets me continually going instead of like,
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Just to keep you at a steady pace,
Yeah,
and there's no...
in the background. Suspense a little bit.
And I always look at those shows, I'm like, they must be immensely profitable because it's all just B-roll.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody
That's why it's
walking
a
into a
podcast.
house.
Do you know it's a podcast? Because they just play the audio. They don't even change it.
There's always like that scientist from 1992 looking into a magnet. Yeah. And it's dark in there. And then some detective knows he's retired because he's 71.
Yeah.
He was like 20 when he worked the
And he's
case.
like, I think I remember there was luminol.
Yeah, there was always luminol.
There was always luminol.
Yeah.
But my friend Josh Mankiewicz went to my high school. He's on Dateline. He came to my stand-up at the Comedy Store to support me. Didn't laugh.
Ooh.
Left early. Great guy though. Just not a comedy guy.
Erica, what's your Saturday binge show? You're
Bravo.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
But
one.
what is it? Anything or just
Anything. Yeah.
Bravo. That's a good one.
I'm bad.
I still want Bravo to take my idea. They should have.
Welcome back to DBL. All right, what would you do if you got to your seat on an airplane and saw this? A woman with her hair draped over the back of her seat. This picture was recently posted on Twitter with a caption asking,
I wish that's not a mop leaning against the... How dare she?
would this make you mad, was the question. Can I finish?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Sorry.
you. Lots of people replied with other photos. There's this picture of someone's foot laying on the armrest of the seat in front of them. Then another picture, person posted this picture of some very gross feet, and oh my Lord, on an armrest. Were they gardening with their toes? Finally, what would you do if the person behind you did this? Put their feet on top of your
Okay, I have to ask you guys, which of the pictures we saw, which was the word, which one hit you?
Well, the first one with the
Sharon just
hair.
yelled toes from upstairs.
The first one with the hair made the biggest impact on me. I don't wear hair extensions anymore, but I would have did a big chop in order to make.
Helped her out. Yeah.
I would have put all those would have been tracks.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You're sitting there and that woman is in front of you. Who do you approach, or the dirty toe gardener? Who do you approach?
That's a good question.
The steward, the flight attendant, or the person?
That's a good question, because if you approach the person,
could be in
they
trouble.
know that they're doing that to start something. That's a transgressive act. So they know that you're going to say something. So they're not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, was my hair draped over? They know. So, like, I think you got to go right to the flight attendant.
I would start with the person. I think some people just are super clueless.
Right.
And it might be embarrassing to them to just, and I wouldn't be aggressive. I'd just be like, excuse me, could you?
I mean, the nasty toes? What was that person doing?
Well, I told you that one flight that I was on, this is 10 years ago, some guy was next to me in the window, and he was just testing his different ringers.
Oh, God.
And he was just going through every single, he was just like, boop, 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 and then boop, 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 but just going down the line, just different ringers, just no.
How weird.
And also, I just got back from the airport this morning, so I'm on fire.
Please.
The number of people, Erica, that are just watching or listening to music with no earbuds in is doubling in a way that lets me know we got like 20 years left in this country. People are just full volume, just watching a sitcom right next to, and me and the other normal people lock eyes like, oh, what's happening?
So would you ever, at what point do you then say, like my mother would step in and be like, that's noisy. Can you please turn that down?
I love your mom for that.
But would you do that? Can you do that? Audience, would you do that?
You move. You can't just be moving around the cabin.
Not in the cabin, like in the waiting room.
Oh.
But is there ever a point in which you go to the person and say, hey, can you turn that down?
No.
No, because we're too worried
Do
about
not engage.
Wow. So you were just stuck with dirty toes.
Those toes really got you.
I mean,
they should have.
I would have conveniently dropped something, a liquid.
Passive aggressive, I like
yeah,
it.
because also it's cleaning them toes.
Some hot water.
Two birds.
Coming up on DBL, Cameron Mathison is here. We talk his return to daytime TV and his new Christmas movie that's coming up next. Stay tuned, y'all.
Looking through the
legislation and talking with experts, it's a false and misleading claim, but let's break down why it's false.
This is the Facebook post. It says how many citizens are actually aware under Part 2 of the infrastructure bill upon death, the entire value of your accumulated wealth and estate will be taxed at 61%. Let's verify. Is this true? To find out, we went to the infrastructure bills themselves and two fiscal policy experts, Shai Akabis from the Bipartisan Policy Center and Mark Goldwyn from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. First off, let's flag this post as false.
Generally false. That statement is.
The infrastructure bill has nothing even anywhere close to a estate tax or a wealth tax.
The so-called death tax proposal is not currently in either infrastructure bill. And our experts say this post is misleading for another reason. The death tax proposal has come up in legislation before. It would have been a combination of estate taxes, which don't apply to everyone.
Only about 2,000 households in the United States ended up paying an estate tax, and those estates had at least $11.7 million of assets in them.
And a raise in capital gains taxes, which again doesn't apply to the vast majority of Americans.
I'm talking about people that die with more than $25, $30 million worth of assets. That'd be their marginal rate.
So no, this post is not true. There is currently no death tax in the infrastructure bills.
Now, this death tax has been seen in other legislation, particularly the president's budget, according to our experts. But that would once again only affect the ultra-wealthy. But still a no, it's not in either one of the infrastructure bills. With Verify, I'm Matt Gregory.
Welcome back to DBL. Friend of the show, Cameron Mathison, is here to talk all about making the jump back to soap operas. That's today's Chatting with the Stars.
It's been almost 25 years, if you can believe it, since his debut on Daytime's All My Children. Now Cameron Mathison is splashing back into the soap world as Drew Kane in General Hospital. And the friend of our show joins us live.
Yes.
Hey, Cam, how are you? Good to see you.
Oh, great to see you guys.
Unfortunately, we started the show off with the very tragic news regarding Alec Baldwin and the accident on set. And we know that you've worked with a lot of different prop guns. So can you tell us a little bit about your own experience? Do you ever worry that something like this could happen on set?
Yeah, first of all, you're so right. This is so tragic and unimaginable. I mean, it really is. So many emotions come up, and yeah, I use prop guns. I shoot prop guns. I'm around them almost all the time on General Hospital. My character on Hallmark series is detective. I carry a prop gun. The reason why I don't ever have any worries about it isn't like ignorance or the protocols that go in place to be able to use prop guns on set is, when you're going through the motions, every single gun has to be shown to every single actor on the set. So if there's 5 actors in the scene and let's say 3 guns, the prop guys or the special effect guys will come and they'll open the chamber. They'll show you the empty chamber. They'll show you the cartridge. They'll put it and they'll fire it blank down so it's empty. They'll do that to every single actor with every single prop weapon. And so by that time, we're all fully comfortable. We're all ready to go. The thought of how, obviously I don't know a lot of details other than pretty much what you guys know. The thought of how this could actually happen, it just blows my mind. It's so tragic. My heart goes out to everybody involved.
It's been 10 years since you were on All My Children. Now you're assuming the role of Drew Kane on General Hospital. What's it like taking on a character that someone else played first?
It's new to me. It's new to me. It adds a little bit extra pressure. I got to be honest. Billy Miller played Drew Kane, and he's a very popular guy and a popular actor, and the character was popular and very involved in the story. And I think if those situations weren't the case, it would be a lot easier. You just come in and do your thing. But it added a little extra pressure for me. But at the same time, I just go in there and I do my thing. And everybody at General Hospital has written this character so fun and incredible, and he's an ex-Navy SEAL, and so it's been very easy for me to come in and just embrace it and do my own thing, and I feel like it's been well received so far, which is great.
Drew Kane, what a hot name, right? Hot name. All right, sorry, it is.
That's what the beard is, guys.
Fits the bill. It reads. So your upcoming holiday movie, Kind-Hearted Christmas, stars Jenny Garth, who I love. You worked with her 4 times now. You even competed against her on Dancing with the Stars. How is it working with her, and are you rooting for anyone on the show?
Is there anything in particular you wanted to see?
Not really. No, I'll just follow your lead. I still love to go. Like it's such a fun show. So working with Jenny is always amazing. Like, I just absolutely love her. She's so funny and talented. And in this movie on GAC Family, she's just so fun to watch and so fun to work opposite of. But through her connection, obviously Brian Austin Green's on the show, on Dancing with the Stars. And even though I don't know the guy at all, but through my connection with Jenny, I'm kind of rooting for him, I gotta say. And Sharna, his partner, has been a friend of mine for a while, so.
BAG.
Well, you guys go way back.
We're super close. Super close.
Oh, Cameron, movies like Kind-Hearted Christmas, really, that's Tori, really get us into the holiday spirit. So tell us something about this movie that might give us a little bit of the feels.
I play a morning show host, guys. I basically play you guys in this movie. There's the reports of the Secret Santa activity in a nearby town where there's these beautiful random acts of kindness that are becoming sort of contagious and spreading throughout the town. And as the co-host of the show, I want to get to the bottom of it, and my viewers are loving it. The ratings are going up. And my contact in the town is none other than Jenny Garth's character, and we become very, very close, unbeknownst to me. She's the Secret Santa. She's the one doing the kind acts.
Well, we only have 30 seconds left, but we have to talk about real life because this is a big deal. It's been 2 years since you beat cancer. So yeah, so really quickly, we have a picture that's so unbelievable, it looks fake, but this is you. Tell us about this photo and what inspired you to jump.
Whoa.
Oh, man, this is a family trip in Greece. There's my son and his girlfriend. She can't even watch. I could barely do it. I was like on this. Honestly, I was inspired just by the beauty. I know I have no time. It was 45 feet. I just was in Greece. It was stunning. I also wanted the Instagram photo. The whole thing was just perfect.
That came out perfectly.
Unbelievable. We appreciate you so much, Cam. We miss you.
2 years, baby.
I know. Be sure to check out A Kind-Hearted Christmas, November 20th on GAC Family, just in time, of course, for the holidays. Thanks, Cam. We'll be right back.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
part of detecting and beating breast cancer is arming yourself with the right information about it. So here are some things doctors say folks aren't getting right when it comes to the disease. Our sources are Dr. Lori Gentile, a breast surgical oncologist with No on Health, and breast health nonprofit, breastcancer.org. First up, genetics. The claim, if it doesn't run in your family, you're not likely to get it.
Breast cancer is common, 1 in 8 women. And so we actually find that about 85% of women actually have no known family history of breast cancer or don't have a known genetic link.
So this claim is false. Gentile says most breast cancers are what's called sporadic. It's random. She says only 5 to 10% of cases are believed to be hereditary. Next, the signs. The claim. Breast cancer always causes a lump.
The number one symptom of breast cancer is no symptom at all. And so most breast cancer, the majority of breast cancer is particularly in the United States, and 2021 is detected on screening mammograms.
Gentile says that's happening 60% of the time. So no, a lump is not always a telltale sign, and it's important to watch out for these signs too.
Nipple changes or inversion or discharge, skin changes to the breast, rapid swelling of the breast or redness to the breast.
Finally, behaviors. The claim, using deodorant with aluminum and wearing underwire bras can cause breast cancer.
There are lots of women that use deodorant and wear underwire bras that never get a breast cancer. So far, there's been no studies to date showing that those are not safe or a cause of breast cancer.
So this claim, too, is false. Don't forget, men and women should be attuned to breast changes. And doctors say women over 40 or at high risk of breast cancer should have a mammogram every year. With your Verify, I'm Vanessa Rufus.
If you have a 515 or 319 area code, 10-digit dialing will become mandatory, even for local calls. Let's connect the dots. The Federal Communications Commission established 988 as the new nationwide 3-digit phone number for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. There are 82 area codes in 35 states and 1 U.S. territory currently using 988 as their local exchange and allows 7-digit dialing. This includes area codes 515 and 319 in Iowa. Area codes that use 988 as a local exchange or the first 3 digits of a 7-digit phone number will need to use a 10-digit dialing. Connecting the dots, I'm Khalil Maycock, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Welcome back to DBL. So scammers are trying to turn off your power. It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. According to some utility agencies, scammers are calling people pretending to be from the company. They're even manipulating caller ID to make it look like the call is actually coming from the company. They threaten to turn off your power right away and demand immediate payment, often by prepaid debit card. So here's what you need to know. A utility company will never do that. Hang up the phone. If your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 1-800-419-0131 or visit lifelock.com to learn more.
Yeah. You know, especially if you're in some type of financial distress, because I was the most vulnerable at being scammed when I was in financial distress because I was so used to getting calls about something not being paid. So,
You think it's just
so be super vigilant. And it sucks because you're already not doing well, and then someone scams you. It's a cold world out there.
It is. They hit you when you're down.
That's when they come for you.
It's true. Before we go, we do have some sad news today. Actor James Michael Tyler has died after a multi-year battle with cancer. Now, Tyler's most famous role was Gunther on Friends. He appeared in nearly 150 episodes over the show's 10-year run and was the most frequent recurring actor on the show. He was 59. All of the Friends cast that I've seen have tweeted about him, saying he was so positive. His comic timing was excellent. He loved Rachel and didn't care about anybody else.
That's great.
And the way it was just beautifully done. So rest in peace. We hope you are looking down and smiling. DBL is new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a great day.